Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. This is day 4 of the Idaho BDR. Yesterday was a tough day. Today is, it was about 200 miles. Today is supposed to be, we're in Lolo, Idaho, by the way. Anyhow, yesterday was tough. 200 miles. Today's supposed to be the longest day, but a fair amount of it is supposed to be pavement. So we'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be 240 miles. We're staying in Elk City, Idaho tonight. It's 54 degrees, 8:30 in the morning. We're right on the border of Pacific and Mountain Time, so we're kind of weaving back and forth between the time zones, so it's a little weird knowing which time zone you're on. This is Lolo Pass. Don't know what the altitude is or elevation is. Apparently it's pretty important, or they wouldn't have a visitor center for it. Lolo Pass. I was hoping they'd have an elevation sign around here somewhere. Entering Mountain Time Zone. Jim had a little tire pressure issue, which has been rectified. We're on our way to Missoula, Montana. So the Idaho BDR actually goes through Montana for a moment. We've ridden about 85 miles so far on the road. BDRs obviously aren't perfect, so you're not on, non-pavement all the time. I thought we were going to get a better view of those mountains in the distance, but all these trees are blocking the view. Maybe it'll open up here in a second, but anyway, I think we're going to do, again, this is the longest day. Part of the reason it's the longest day is because, mileage-wise, is because of the amount of time that we're going to spend on asphalt. So, alright, hopefully you can see, now that it's opened up, hopefully you can see the mountains in the distance. My guess is that's where we're going. We ought to be getting off-road relatively soon. Okay, so we're in a national forest. I'm not sure what the name of it is. We're not too far, I don't think, from the off-pavement section of the trail. We've driven or ridden a little over 115 miles on pavement, so pretty long paved section for a BDR, but they got to connect the unpaved section somehow. At least it was it was pretty in some sections of the paved part. Some of it was just towns and whatnot. Okay, we went over about a 3 or 4 mile section of gravel, and then it turned back into asphalt. We still haven't really gotten to the backcountry section yet. And we've ridden, almost 130 miles. But it's pretty, so we'll enjoy what we got. A couple of cool formations up there. climbing this mountain on asphalt, but it's a pretty fun little twisties here, so I thought I'd give you another look at that. This is not the greatest road in the world for sure. See, we're climbing fairly rapidly. Nez Perce Pass. This may be the Nez Perce National Park or something, who knows. Anyway, looks like they get a lot of snow up here. Much information about the Nez Perce, but pretty awesome view. Really windy today. It's been windy all day. Usually the wind doesn't blow me around on the bike, but it was doing it a little bit today. But anyway, still on asphalt. We're to another section of no pavement. Caution, narrow winding road. The wind's blowing the correct directions other than straight in our face, then it'll dissipate the dust. Nice to ride a little closer together maybe, but we'll see. All of a sudden the wind died down, I guess because we're down low and trees are right beside the road. Wow, look at that trail up there. I don't know what takes that, if that's hiking or single track motorcycle, but that'd be rough. Sign back there that said that this road was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps back in the 30s. They had a little, well, where I stopped back there, there was had been a tent city for the workers. Nice place for them. Lots of fresh water. Ooh. Anyway, obviously rocky, kind of crazy. This is a lot more relaxing than yesterday was. Just kind of cruising along. I mean, this gravel's a little soft, but no big deal. Line back there that said narrow winding road, so I assumed it's following this little creek or riverbed here, and that it would have some nice scenery. So we're going to video for a couple of minutes here. Again, very, very rocky. There's the stream. We haven't seen any traffic yet, which is good. Really surprised. It is dusty again, as you can see the dust hanging in the air. Really surprised how much traffic there was yesterday, but none so far today, so that's a good thing. You climb a little bit. Pretty cool rock face there. Creeks right down there. Again, we're supposedly headed to this Magruder Pass, which is, I think when we were at the Nez Perce Pass, it said it was 12 miles. Maybe it said 18, I don't remember, but I'm guessing this is how you get there. Selway River, apparently real popular with the fishermen. There's been several signs about what fishermen can and can't do. Obviously there's a lot of rock falls right there, but we are going up in a hurry. Looks like they poured concrete there to create this road. Still, like I said earlier, it's I got my visor open, that's why it sounds different, but very windy today. So you can see the dust in front of me still, and you can see maybe in the middle of the road there's a lot of silt on this road. I wouldn't go with sand, but so it's really dusty, but it's also slick. So when you get to the corners, you have to really decelerate, because I mean, I tried to cut my bike a little sharper a second ago, and the front wheel just slid out. I mean, I didn't go down, but it is really slick. The flowers again, if you can see them alongside the road. Obviously they clear cut that bank on the far side over there. I'm hoping it doesn't get rocky again like it did yesterday. Not that it wasn't a challenge, but my hands are still sore from gripping the handlebars from yesterday. You can see Jim right there in front of me. Still windy. Should probably try to find out what kind of flower that is. Okay, we got to Magruder Pass. This is the road we came up. If you can see in the distance through that little gap there, we were coming up there too, but anyway, oh yeah, if you can see over there, so that's the road that we came up along the side of that mountain. Anyway, Magruder Pass. Wow, what a view. For some reason they really don't want people to go right there, which I can't imagine why anybody would want to go there, and why there's a big metal pole here. Maybe they're afraid people are going to come around this corner or something. I don't know, but anyway, spectacular view. So I'll give you the, here's the 360 right here, and this is Magruder, the Magruder Massacre at Old Lloyd and his party were murdered and robbed in 1863. Old Lloyd, at least he lives on in history. That Magruder Pass was a peak, but we have been climbing rapidly again. You probably can't tell, but this is probably a 30-degree incline would be my guess, which is pretty sharp. Moving along pretty fast, 40 miles an hour. Road's good, dusty, good. Wind's blowing over the top of the hill and knocking the dust down pretty well. Just crested that section of the mountain. A lot of, I assume these are burnt trees. Must have been some kind of forest fire up here or something a long time ago. I don't know if you can see but the wind is really howling. I'm guessing it's 30-35 miles an hour. Alright, climbing again. You can see through the trees we basically got this same view that we had at that Magruder Pass back there. We just passed a side by side and a couple of vehicles. I think the vehicles were up here hiking on some looked like a pretty abrupt uphill trail, but anyway, still it's just absolutely gorgeous up here. Really rocky here. Same view that we got from Magruder Pass, but a little different vantage point, obviously. Some of these hairpin turns, like that one, You don't want to go off, that's for sure. Really steep, really rocky, and I expect really painful. Thought I'd catch this real quick. You can see how steep the sides of this thing are. It's not super steep, but I'd say that's probably 60 degrees. Riding along this ridge, got a beautiful view. I won't be surprised if we don't end up on that road way over there. We're going to be on this one shortly. Windy. I think you can see the trees blowing. It is, again, probably 35-40 miles an hour. That truck on the side of that road, and it was a little snug section. Maybe I already through it, but it was a little tough. I actually was going a little close to the bank, and a tree limb hit right on my handlebar and jerked the steering wheel, but fortunately it didn't take me down. Passed a Jeep back there a little while ago that had a trailer on the back, so he was doing a little overlanding. Bicyclist up here, for goodness sake. Look at that. That is all rock down there with a few dead trees. I sure wouldn't have wanted to pedal this. Oh my goodness. That guy's insane. Got better leg muscles than I do, though, I guarantee you that. Okay, we reached another summit. Dry Saddle Trailhead. Okay, we're at, I think I said 7,800 feet. The wind just now blew a gust, probably 45-50 miles an hour. What does that say? Sheep Hill Trail something something. Oh, that's what's coming. So that's that rocky hillside I was showing you earlier. That's obviously where we came from. You can see the road, and then it wiggles around and there and way back over there. So that's where we've been. Oh, look, forest fire. Crazy. And then, since we're on the ridge, we get to see this side too. Again, I think we're at 7,500 feet, something like that. So we're on up here, nice and cool. Breeze or no breeze. I mean, we've had beautiful weather, by the way, for this whole trip, and when I say that, I mean no rain, sunshine. Now obviously we had tons of sunshine. Well, you can see they had some kind of forest fire up here a few, maybe a decade or so ago. This tree right here was across the road. We had to stop and move it, so it obviously fell after Jim went by. I'm breathing hard because it took a little effort to do that. Anyway, we're out here in the wild, and you got to be self-sufficient. We're on the descent, by the way. The Burnt Knob expert section, rough, steep road maintained by 4x4 vehicles only. We obviously have 1x2s, so that's a different story. John's getting ready to take his ride up there. John, do you have any final words for your wife and family before you go? He's thinking, he's pondering.
Who gets the bikes?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there won't be much left of the bike, so.
He's got another one at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll video this as a heads up. Up bald knob, I won't see much, but there he goes. He's going to try to text us from the top. The other guys showed up, and John never came down the hill, so one of the other guys went up after him, and Jim and Jason and I headed on down. Supposedly we met some other guys at the that were going the opposite direction. They were trying to decide if they were going to climb Burnt Knob too, and they said that there's about 40 miles to go and a fair amount of it's pavement. John originally thought there wasn't much pavement, but anyway, still got the fantastic view whole time. Obviously you're watching the road a fair amount, but the view's pretty awesome the whole time. Yeah, so this is a pretty easy dirt road. We're obviously down off the top of the mountain now. Just passed a couple of motorcycles a second ago. Supposedly the Forestry Service is going to come do some work on these roads. I don't know if they're just going to cut back. They're supposed to start on August 8th. I don't know if they're just cutting back these bushes and stuff on the side of the road, or they're also, someone said they were going to smooth out some of the rocky sections. I don't see how they do that. Grade them. I'm sure not going to get a full-size grader up here. So I don't know how they do it. So we just opened up onto this vista here. Wow. Just keeps going. Got the flowers again along the side of the trail, which is nice. Basically to the top of this mountain. You can see the tops right there. I don't know if we'll actually crest it or not, but I think we just crossed over from one side to the other right back there about 60 seconds ago. It's been a little rocky today, but not anything like yesterday. New growth here. Looks like about 5 years worth to me. Action through here. It's kind of you know, flat. Road's pretty wide, not too rough. I showed 32 just now, but we've been going a little faster than that in some sections. Of course, as soon as I say that, well, now it's straightened out again. Whoa! Whoa! Dust, I couldn't see that. That could have gotten ugly in a hurry. There's 44 miles an hour. So it's hard to believe, but you know, up here on top of the mountain, it all depends on what the road conditions are like. But we're riding the ridge. I mean, there's the top of the mountain right there. I'm going to slow down a little bit, let this dust settle so I can see a little better. Okay, this looks like the last. Yep, there's the pavement. So we're headed to Elk City. This apparently is another store and lodge. So I'm sure the accommodations are palatial. It's a good day, lot easier day than yesterday. Which was good from, I mean, I was worn out last night. I was worn out this morning. Hand got a little break. 15 miles to Elk City. Oh, pretty country. course, it all has been. Jim likes to go fast. Over here and rocky face on the cliffs and some twisties, and it don't get much better than this. Nice weather, 81 degrees. Oops, probably should have been in one higher gear there. Obviously has nothing to do with BDRs, but it sure is fun. We had a little bit more dirt left in our day. We're doing those twisties back there, and we're going to the town of Elk City, and this is the way you get to Elk City. So we got off the twisting road and got onto this little dirt road here. Actually passed a guy right back there with a truck with some big hay bales on it. Washboard there. Now we're getting back to the asphalt. Cool little one-lane bridge there. Well, I thought I saw asphalt. Apparently I saw this dirt. Alright, I think this is the metropolis of Elk City, where we'll be spending the night. Elk City Hotel. I fear we may be staying there. We'll hope for better. Elk City, and something important happened here, because that's what these signs say. 22 prospectors from Perce discovered the Elk City mines in May 1861. The gold rush followed that summer. That's very exciting. You're going to be really impressed with the town of Elk City. You have now seen the town of Elk City. Not a lot to it.